We're live. Draft Edition, Bleacher Seats podcast here. Got Andy on the line. We're ready to get this thing rolling tonight. Draft week.
It's
big headline this week.
I didn't know you had.
What'd you say?
I said I didn't know you had more to say. I was.
We're good.
You know, this is the time of the year where you start getting your hopes back up because your team might be able to turn things around.
Yeah, it's like the Browns Super Bowl every year. Like this is like their big week.
I mean, they haven't had a first round pick.
Usually this is like when they get going.
Oh yeah. And then they get all pumped up. Then they make the first pick, and then it's just over.
Off-season champ since 1999, I think.
Well, the thing is, they haven't even been the champs. Their off seasons are terrible since 1999.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I like with the Steelers. You know, they're always picking between 20 and 30. So
right,
you get the whole draft experience.
Yeah,
you don't blow your load right there at the beginning. You know.
Yeah, and usually, I mean, Denver used to be like that back in the day, or like they would trade up to get their quarterback, and now we're in the position to where, well, we got to make something happen because someone else is probably going to make it happen. So, got the Bronco fit on today. We got the new uniforms. Don't have the
you got a new one already?
No, God, no. Not till JJ gets drafted.
You probably got a new Wilson jersey.
I don't need the new one. Just recycle. If there was ever a marketing scheme, it would be to go with number 3. Like no one's buying your new jersey, so just go with number 3.
Well, I don't think it's a marketing scheme.
Not marketing, but like
scheme would be that he just be number 2, and then they have to sell some jersey. But
he can't be number 2.
This would be a self-esteem thing.
Well, he can't be number 2.
He would pick number 3, so that.
Yeah,
people would have jerseys on, and you would think that they were for him.
You would, exactly, because he can't be number 2, so he's got to pick a new number.
Why? Because
Pat Surtain. Yeah.
Well, they could just trade him to the Steelers and fix that problem now.
Or they could trade him for JJ McCarthy.
Would you trade him for the 20th pick?
No. Why would I have to trade him for the 20th pick?
Because you guys are rebuilding. You
would have to give us something for us to fall back 8 spots. It doesn't work like that. We're not going to give you the best.
We're giving you the 20th pick. You still
I assumed you'd be trading up to 12 too.
No, we're just
to draft your quarterback
to get Surtain.
Nah, that ain't happening. You can have like our non-existent second round pick.
I mean, I don't want a pick. I want the quarterback, Patrick Surtain.
Too bad. We already gave you Russell Wilson.
But that was free.
What else been going on?
But hey, thanks for picking up the tab on that.
Hey, we got you. Y'all can suffer. What else you got going on? Good weekend? It's Tuesday. Getting closer. No? Why?
It was a terrible. I had to work midnights, Saturday and Sunday nights.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. It was
well, damn, as much as you were texting about the Guardians game Saturday night, thought you were off work.
Well, that game ended right before I went in.
Oh, that's right. I did. That's right. If you were working midnight,
let's not get that mistaken. I was not watching the game.
It sure sounded like
Guardians. I got a free $10 Major League Baseball bet on FanDuel, and I wanted to bet exact score, and I picked the Guardians game because they were playing the A's.
Yep.
And I wanted to pick a game where I knew the team was 95% sure that they were going to win.
Right.
So I had to go with that. I picked 6-4, and the Tribe wins 6-3.
On a runner on third base too.
Well, with a runner on third base, and to start the 8th inning, the A's hit a bomb
Right.
that just went foul.
Well, you were texting me about it, and I was like, okay, because I had been keeping up with it. I was at the Braves game, or we were at the Braves game because of Gavin's team night. So you had texted me about that, and I was already keeping up with it. And I'm like, oh shoot, he's actually got a shot at this.
The funny thing is,
so I'm paying attention to the Guardians while I'm at the Braves.
I forgot that I even did it, and I just went to look at it, and I was like, shit, this might actually fucking happen.
For real.
Like the middle of the 7th inning. I was like, damn, this is just be
so
funny.
We got to walk on an MLB field for the first time the other day. That was pretty cool.
Well, I'm sure they had to drag you off of it.
No, yeah, he had like walking a line and stuff. The guy behind me got in trouble because he was trying to like act like he was like jumping up to catch a home run ball over the fence. Like, all right, like we're here for the kids.
That sounds like the kind of guy that still walks through the grocery store and jumps up the
right. Like,
sides,
come on,
from the ceiling.
You're 5'10", trying to act like you're jumping up to catch a home run ball. No, I will say like it's different because a lot of high school stadiums now are pretty big. So I played in a few, but and you don't think anything of it. But like when you stand behind home plate and look out and just see the bleachers way out there, that shit's intimidating. So shout out to those guys for hitting 700-foot home runs with their steroids.
Well, that's why they
and corked bats. But yeah, no, that was a good time. Gavin loved it. He had a blast. I kept it. I was able to keep it a secret from him that he was going onto the field until like the exact moment.
I mean, you guys didn't like tell him at the practice or anything?
No, we kept it all hush hush because I didn't want because like the parents have to buy tickets, so I didn't want to like put a huge thing out in front of the kids and then like because some kids have like 4 or 5 brothers, so that's a lot of money to spend on tickets.
Right.
So I didn't want to put a huge thing out and make the kids pressure the parents into going or feeling some type of way. So kept it in like the group chats for the parents and stuff like that.
So all the parents didn't go, or?
Well, we were the only one from our team that made the parade. That's for sure.
All right.
But we sat with a couple of our teammates that we wanted to sit with, so it was a good deal out in the outfield. Gavin and I got a hot dog. It was spot on, I will say that. Hot dogs were spot on at Truist Park.
You raw dog it?
No, I will say, though, the one thing about the South is they don't have the mustard like they have up north.
Oh, they don't have the ballpark?
No, it's just regular Heinz.
I mean,
yeah.
I would have thought that every baseball
stadium
in America had that.
I know. But yeah. We're about to dip into a few other things this weekend because there's a what do they have? They have the beer bat there. So like it's like $25. I think you get the 22-ounce beer in a plastic bat.
Is that what you got your Miller Lite in?
No, that's what I'm getting a Miller Lite in this time. I didn't get a Miller Lite last time. We were drinking you ever had Cutwater before?
No.
Okay. It was like a pre-packaged mixed drink. It was pretty good.
Well, what were you like buying a beer for somebody at the game when you text me? Is Miller Lite okay?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to, my assistant coach had a birthday the day before, so I was trying to get him a beer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I was trying to see if they had Miller Lite, but then I asked for Miller Lite and they gave me Coors Light. I'm like, this is not the same damn thing.
No, definitely
not at all. But no, it was a cool time. We'll be back out there Ashton and I'll be back out there this weekend for the big division, or not division, but battle of first place at MLB.
Yeah, but the Guardians are going to get their asses kicked.
We'll see. Saturday's pitching matchup actually is kind of favorable right now.
I don't believe that the Guardians are that good. Like they
might not
11 games between the A's and the White Sox.
Hey, you play who you play.
Well, I know, but I don't think. But I will say this: they are scoring runs, and their run differential is like plus 52,
which is unusual for them.
And yeah, I would say that a lot of these games that they've won in years past, they would lose 2-0, 1-0, 2-1 because they couldn't fucking score for shit. So
yeah,
I will give them that. They are hitting the ball, but they're probably facing minor league pitchers every fucking night.
We'll go that far. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're down our own pitchers. We'll see what happens on Saturday though, because I don't know. I'm trying to look ahead at the pitching matchup right now. Things will change.
Well, I know it won't be Beaver.
All right. Well. You got to take it that far. Let's
Hey,
see. We got
they had to take it that far.
oh,
They changed the whole name of the damn team. So
we got Tanner Bybee versus Charlie Morton. That'll be a good matchup.
sure,
We won our first game last night, though. That's a
nice.
I know. No, honestly, like shout out to these kids. Like they played their asses off.
That's like your first career win, isn't it?
Yeah, and ate you. And ate you. No, the kids played their asses off last night. I'll say that. Like they finally put everything together. It was a good win. I was joking with Ashley.
You know, the weather was nice, probably.
It was chilly. We had to have the long sleeves, the thermal. We had to bust out the thermals.
Dang, it was like 72 up here.
I was like 60 something. We had to bust out thermals.
I had to mow the yard with my new mower.
Ooh. Why isn't Katie mowing the yard?
No, he waits till I get the yard mowed and then makes me throw fucking football out there with him for a fucking hour.
Well, yeah, you needed it clean. Can't get any grass on those ankles. No, I was joking with Ashley at the game Saturday, and I was like, "Watch, this is gonna be like our hardball moment. Like we're going to the MLB game with the teammates. Like we're gonna come back and just go on this run. And sure the fuck enough, we come back and win beat the number one team in the league. We were down 2 players. We were down a coach. Ashley had to coach first base. Like, I mean, they battled. They battled. That's for sure.
Now she has to coach first base every game.
Yeah, no, they battled their butts off. They actually put together a complete game. We're down 3-0.
Did she get anybody thrown out at second?
She did. In the middle of our comeback, she said she didn't send him, but he rounded first and got out.
Well, then she's just trying to get that kid in trouble.
So yeah. No, it was like in the middle of the comeback too. We're down 3-0. The first 2 batters in the inning hit home runs, so we were down 3-2. And luckily it was only the first out. So
2 inside the Parkers?
Yeah, back to back.
Damn.
Back to back. Then we had a kid who hit the game-winning RBI, broke out of a slump that he was in.
I always remember telling this story, but I always leave a big part of it out. That in this one game we were playing Selanesville, and I hit 2 inside the park home runs in the first inning. We won this game 56-0 in 3 innings.
Wow. All right.
But I leave out the part that like they had a bunch of kids on vacation. They only had 2 outfielders.
Oh, we started the game with 2 outfielders too. We were down both our catchers.
It just in the newspaper article it says two home runs in the first inning. That's all
funny. Then my first baseman. So then, we got up 4-3, and then we go to the top of the 5th, which is like the last inning for us. And then so my first baseman, they get a runner on. He gets to third base, no outs, runner on third base. First baseman catches the ball, doubles him up at third, and he gets the next out, and we win the game. So.
Skills.
Seriously, he had a crazy game. But yeah. So that was our fun night. Try back it up again on Thursday and make a little run heading in the playoffs. And we'll see what happens.
Well, and speaking of Thursday, that's draft night.
I know we got the early game, thankfully. Or else they'd be out another coach.
Yeah, well, I'm pissed because I got to work.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, the draft don't start till 8, but...
That's true. You got time. Yeah.
I mean, I'll definitely be home before the Steelers pick, but I like.
Oh God, yeah, I would hope so.
Like I treat the draft like it's like an NFL Sunday, you know.
The first round definitely.
Yeah, I mean the other rounds. I mean, I might have them on if I'm just sitting around.
Friday night's like a pay attention to, like have a couple drinks, and then by like 2 hours in, you're like, all right, whatever. I'm just, no big deal. But yeah, then we got NBA playoffs going on. I don't know if there's any games going on Thursday night. I feel like the Cavs and them probably play Thursday.
I mean, I think there's probably games every night.
Let's see. We got Cavs play at 7 on Thursday also. Lakers play at 10.
Somebody was on Facebook trying to sell. They're like, I got 2 Cavs tickets to Tuesday night's game, and I just wanted to post on there like, if anybody buys these, you're a fucking idiot.
Why?
Because that's game 5.
Oh, next Tuesday. I thought you were talking last Tuesday, like last night.
No.
Tonight's Tuesday.
Yeah, it is It is game 5.
Oh.
And they're probably going to sweep them. And the person that buys them won't get the fucking refund.
No. Yeah, no.
So,
no, that's stupid.
I think somebody was trying to scam.
I don't know if it'll be a sweep, though, honestly. I mean, it looks like it could be, but you never know when you go back home.
Yeah, I mean, they always say the series doesn't start till somebody loses a home game, but
Well, it looks like the Lakers series never going to start because they're done. That series is over.
Like I told you last night, like when they were up 14 or 15 at halftime, and I texted you and I said, "Well, here we go. Now we just wait for Denver to come back and win this game by 9." Now they only won by a couple, but
I didn't see that text till 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, I figured you probably said, but like I wanted to. I mean, and I wanted to bet the fucking second half.
You should have
Denver to win because I knew they were, because it's happened probably 6 out of the 9 games or the 10 games that they've lost to them in a row now have been the exact story. The Lakers get up early,
the live bet,
they fucking get dusted.
Yeah,
the rest of the fucking game.
But then, like, and here's my thing, like, you know,
and
like,
I swear, it's like I think it's like Denver's strategy. It's like the rope.
It might be
strategy. They just fucking like let LeBron wear himself out in the first half, and they know he won't be there in the second half.
And you know, we're both LeBron not fanatics, but like supporters backers on this show. So, but at the same time, like, you cannot complain about the refs when you blow a 20-point lead.
Well, no.
Like, just shut up. Just shut up and end the press conference.
Complain about the refs, even if you don't blow a 20-point lead. How about you don't lose to the same fucking team 10 times in a fucking row?
But it's even worse. Like, if you lost by like 2 or 3 and like it was a close game throughout the whole game, like you're battling the whole game, you gave it like everything you had. You're like, all right, we did everything we had, but the refs didn't help us out any. Like, okay, like you have an argument, but nah, y'all were in position to win this game easily. Like, you know, they were going to make a comeback at some point, but
the thing is the Lakers have probably already played their best 2 games in this series.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you might get you'll get a good effort game 3 Thursday night, but then that'll be it. Like, they'll tank it in.
They'll mail it in game 4. You know, game 4, if they're down 3-0, Anthony Davis goes like 7.
He might get hurt. Who knows? If they get blown out in the third quarter, like of Thursday night, he might get hurt.
And LeBron might get hurt too.
Back injury for AD or something. He'll pull a Zion or Embiid.
It'll be late the 4th, and he'll kind of be limping around out there.
Yeah.
I had a bad foot all series. You know how it goes.
The only thing I will say, like, that people had arguments were, even still, like the Sixers last night had an argument for the refs in the final minute, but still, you're up 5 with 40 seconds left. Close the game out.
Well, and 2, Jalen Brunson's played like shit.
Yeah.
So far.
So is Embiid.
He's probably shooting like 15% in the series so far, and they're up 2-0.
Embiid has yet to get a rebound in the fourth quarter of both games.
Well, he's like,
come on,
even get on the floor.
You're out there dunking though. If you can dunk, you can get a rebound.
Yeah, and then he falls to the ground.
Well, that was like Jimmy Butler the other night in the playing game when he hurt his knee earlier and then he dunks it. Like, why are we dunking it if we have a bad knee? If you hurt your knee earlier, why are you dunking it?
Embiid's just glass.
Every year he's hurt going into the playoffs. I don't think he's ever played a healthy playoff series.
I don't think he has.
Like last year, I know he was hurt. He missed the first couple of games, I think.
And if he did, it was probably like when they had no chance.
Yeah.
Like before they got.
But then they had Doc Rivers out of coach, so they definitely didn't have a chance. So it's all the same.
They came out balling.
They did. they did.
They had 35 points in the first half, and then had 0 in the second.
They played tonight at 8:30, but like even still, like the disrespect still, like they don't think they're going to back it up. They're only favorites by 1.5 at home.
Well, it's because Giannis is out.
I know, but still, you would think coming off of that win the other night, they would be.
Yeah, but you also got to think that they're going to come back to earth this game.
I want to see what Dallas does tonight because they got their ass handed to them.
And who sucks and is more overrated than Kevin Durant? Like, it's got to the point where like he's just Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, if depending on what happens tonight, you can make a statement for Luka.
Well,
if they come out and wet the bed again. No, I don't want to hear it. You're a top. You're an
There's
MVP candidate.
There's like a long story still to be written about Luka.
Yeah, but you're still an MVP candidate, averaging 30 a game.
End of the show, he fucking is just nothing. Like,
well, he doesn't have Steph.
He stole 2 fucking NBA titles, and he's above.
He stole 2 NBA MVPs from Steph. Like, the fact Steph Curry has one MVP, 1 Finals MVP.
Yeah,
is absurd.
Well, Iguodala deserved that first one
to an extent. Yeah,
he tore the Cavs up.
Yeah,
and then LeBron got the second one,
right?
And then
Durant
got the next 2,
right? So, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of basketball we played. I mean, I know we've got a busy weekend coming up. I am glad they're back to like almost every other day with this, though. Remember, it used to be like you played 1 game and then it was like you had 2 games off sometimes.
Yeah, and like the series would take forever.
Oh, I know. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what the Lakers do Thursday night, 10:00 game. I won't watch it. We'll just put that out there.
Yeah, that does suck.
But then at 8:30 on Saturday, like of the weekend game, you're gonna put them at 8:30.
Well, yeah, because that's the prime time spot on Saturday.
I know, but it's in one night people are going to stay up to watch basketball in the first place, probably.
Yeah, but nobody really wants to stay up till 10:00 on Saturday night to watch that game either.
I'd rather stay up to watch it end than stay up to watch it start. So I guess we should talk a little bit of draft.
Yes.
That's coming up.
Let's do that.
All right, so Denver's drafting JJ McCarthy.
Caleb
Game
Williams.
over.
What's that?
I said Denver's drafting JJ McCarthy. Game over. Let's go home.
Wow.
Podcast over.
They got everybody and their brother trading up to get JJ McCarthy.
And that's why I don't think they're going to get him, because they don't have enough resources.
Do we think Harbaugh would do the unthinkable and draft JJ McCarthy?
No, they have too many other needs. Now, I could see them.
Exactly. But let's just say they got the 5th pick, right?
They do.
Caleb Williams 1.
Correct.
Jaden Daniels 2.
Probably.
May 3. Whatever order.
You would think, whatever that is.
The Cardinals.
That's the play, though.
But I don't. But let's just say the Cardinals end up taking Marvin Harrison, which they should.
Right.
Even though I hate it, because I don't want him to have to waste his career in Arizona. Like,
well, he's going to get a new quarterback in another year, so I mean, it's fine.
But yeah, but it's Arizona. Like, they're nobodies. Like, they're not going anywhere.
And the Chargers,
they do. There's just some teams that are like that. Now, you get that leaves at the 5th pick. They trade Herbert for 2 or 3 first-round picks.
No, not going to happen.
Take J.J. McCarthy.
No, because Harbaugh's already gone on record like how much he's hyped up Herbert and how much he likes him. They're in a position.
Harbaugh's known to lie. So,
but they're also in a position where you've got Joe Alt on the board, right at the offensive tackle. You're going to have Odunze on the board as wide receiver. They need a wide receiver. They really they're going to have their pick of the litter. Like, if you think about it, for a team who doesn't need a quarterback, they basically have the number 2 overall pick.
Or
a trade.
Now,
the draft board I sent you?
No.
I'm just saying. Because, I have the Giants trading up to Arizona to get JJ.
Listen, I'm not saying anything that I haven't seen on TV before. I'm just repeating what the experts say.
Or the text I sent you.
Well, I'm sure you saw Schrader?
Oh, Schefter?
Huh?
Who, Schrader?
Yeah.
Well, no, because I've seen the Giants. I've seen the Giants talking about offensive tackle or wide receiver also, because they need a wide receiver as well.
Schrags mock draft had the Giants trading up to 4 to take JJ McCarthy.
But they easily could stay pat and draft a wide receiver and just try to see what they can get with Daniels and a number 1 wide receiver.
And I think it's a damn shame that Marvin Harrison could end up being the 5th pick, at best the 4th pick.
It would be ridiculous.
The best player in this draft.
Yeah. I mean,
like if I was Chicago, I almost feel like I would just take Marvin Harrison at number 1. And because I know he's going to be it. And then if I have to take Penix at 9.
Well, no, think about what you're saying. Like, we're talking about Harrison falling. Think about it this way. Like, if he doesn't go to LA or Arizona, the next team that probably takes him is Chicago at 9. Atlanta's not taking a wide receiver. Tennessee's not taking a wide receiver.
That would change a whole lot.
We've seen it before. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, there's still a path to where it happens.
I think Chicago would be better off taking a risk on another quarterback because no quarterback's a guaranteed thing.
No.
And I think, barring injury, Marvin Harrison's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
I could see it. I just don't. Or I mean, here's the other thing. You could stay pat.
Michigan man, Mr. Michigan man.
No, I'm just saying. Here's the thing. Like, because you could stay pat with Caleb Williams and draft Neighbors at 9.
I'd rather have Marvin Harrison.
I mean, I would too. But would you complain about getting that? Would you complain about Williams and Neighbors?
Well, I hear negativity around Neighbors' name.
No, that's because the draft process is 4 fucking months too long.
Marvin Harrison Jr., whose dad is a Hall of Famer and knows what he's doing. He ain't wasting his time going to these fucking combines and pro days and shit.
Just because your dad's
better. He's probably going to make NFL first team this year.
No, what you're talking about, Neighbors, like, think about it, like, after the combine and stuff, like, you heard, like, oh, Neighbors might go, Harrison might fall, and Neighbors might move up. And now it's like, Neighbors has problems off the field.
They got 2 months that they got to talk about this dumb
It's
shit.
so stupid.
They just throw shit out there.
Right.
Because they don't have anything else to fucking say.
I wish we could do a study, and I've said this before, but I wish we could do a study on, like, if the draft happened right after the Super Bowl, how different it would look and how different players would play out. Because there's not 3 months of like, this guy eats his peas with his left hand, but his carrots with his right hand.
Because I don't think that, like, Baker Mayfield's a number 1 overall pick if they're drafting, February 21st.
Right. I agree. And we're probably not having this debate about Harrison Odunze or even some of the defensive ends like Dallas Turner and who's the other one? Latu. That's like falling down a little bit. But it's like if you came out with the draft board and had that draft right after the college football season, right after the NFL season, I guarantee you it's completely different than what's going to happen Thursday night. Now the top pick might be the same, like the top of them, but like I just don't see it with some of these guys. I don't see it with Drake May. I don't see it with Jaden Daniels at all.
Well, I feel like some of the urgency is this year is that the next year's draft, the quarterback draft, fucking blows.
We don't know that, though.
Well, you kind of do.
I mean, we didn't know Jaden Daniels was going to be what he is this year. JJ really wasn't high on the draft boards until after the draft.
The other thing is, like, I don't see anything out of. I mean, I guess he could be a Lamar Jackson.
Who?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I think he's going to get killed. I think he's going to be a RG3.
But he's not big.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to be an RG3. Like, he's going to get killed. He doesn't know how to slide. Like, if you go back and look at the tape of all the hits he took at LSU, he might get killed by week 5. Like, he's not big at all. He's probably the smallest quarterback in the draft. I mean, I'm sure there's probably going to be like some 6th-round pick that's small too.
Are you talking like who was the guy that got drafted number 1 last year? Smith?
No. Oh my gosh, what's his name in Carolina?
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. I was thinking that was the receiver that was tiny.
He's taller than Bryce Young, but he's skinnier, I think.
All right. Well, then, yeah. These guys are dead ducks.
And he doesn't know how to slide.
I don't care what they say. Like, if obviously you're taking Patrick Mahomes first, if you could pick any quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
But I'm damn happy with Josh Allen. That's the quarterback you want.
Well, until you get rid of all his wide receivers.
Well, if
And
he
defense.
was in Pittsburgh,
He'd be
we'd
traded.
win a Super Bowl with him.
He'd be traded.
No.
You didn't like my Pittsburgh pick?
He's just Big Ben.
You didn't like my Pittsburgh pick, by the way, though?
Who was it? That
the
center from Duke?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think they're
rather
taking
have
Mims. They want interior offensive line.
Well, guess what? You went to the Dogs.
There's gonna
You
be
got Pickens. You went to the Dogs last year.
I just don't think they're worried about tackle right now. There's gonna be a heavy
guess
tackle
what?
run in the late round of this
Guess
first
what?
round,
You
though.
got to go back. You got to keep just like they used to fucking kill by taking guys from Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're on a run right now, taking guys from Georgia. You just keep going to that well until it doesn't work anymore.
You do, but sometimes you don't need to.
Yeah, well, guess what?
They need a center. They have no center. You guys don't have a center.
They can still get a center. There's a decent center.
I know, but you don't need an offensive tackle is what I'm saying. Like, it's not like a high-end priority for you guys. Like, I know lineman's a high-end priority, but, like, I feel like it's inside out.
I'm a firm believer that you take, and yes, offensive line's a need, but
are you a best player available person?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not in the sense that, like, if 8 years in a row the best player available is a wide receiver and you got guys, but
yeah,
you know that you need guys on the line. I want the best guy on the line.
Okay.
Well,
we'll see. I mean, we'll see because that Penn State.
You want to end up like the fucking Portland Trailblazers because they fucking were like, well, we need a center, and they fucking Bowie and they don't take Michael Jordan.
Well, I mean, there's also a reason why we don't talk about the Trailblazers much.
And there's also another dumb thing is they could at least take Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
But
I do.
Like, I don't know. Did you ever hear the Bob Knight line? Like he was talking to like the coach or GM from Portland, and Bob Knight said something like, "Well, are you guys going to take Jordan?" And he's like, "No, I don't think we need a center." He's like, "Well, guess what? You play Michael Jordan.
You don't need I was like, you get Michael Jordan, you really don't need a center. You fucking put Horace Grant in there, for Christ's sakes. I do think.
Speaking of that, I know we're getting off track, but you say if you have Michael Jordan, you don't need a center. They had that
Kukoc,
Luke Longley.
Oh yeah,
their center,
right?
Just a tall white guy.
Kukoc,
Bill Weddington or something.
Yeah,
and he was just a tall, doppy white guy too. So Kukoc was like a small forward.
I mean, at the time, he played center some.
He was tall enough.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I feel like all the excitement's going to happen in the first half of this draft, and then the bottom half is just going to be like.
Well,
I see a lot of offensive linemen and defensive linemen going in the back half with some linebackers. I mean, Kool-Aid McKinstry is going to drop up there.
It always gets like that once they start saying guys that you don't know. And
I mean, there's a lot of guys but like, if you get a team like the Packers getting Kool-Aid McKinstry, the corner from Alabama, like that's a solid pick. You've got
how many Wolverines are going to go in this first round?
I've got maybe 2.
So you got McCarthy and only one other guy?
Oh my gosh.
I thought they had like 20 draft picks on that team.
They do, but it's going to be a lot of like.
Well, how many guys declared?
21 maybe.
Okay.
I think 18 went to the combine.
Okay, so they did have that many. I just thought with that many that they'd have like 3 or 4.
No, it's going to be a lot of depth. Like, so Blake Corum's probably going to get drafted in the second round, the running back, because because we're racist against running backs in this league.
Well, I mean, it's proven.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't have a running board going off the first round in period. So,
but the thing is though, you should take a running back in the first round if you want a running back.
If you're late in the first round, yeah, why not?
Because you get that 5th-year option on the first round.
Correct.
Picks.
Like if you're down in that like 20.
So So you can have him 7 years. You can ride the dick off of him and then send him off.
Like if you're the Cowboys at 24, if there's not an offensive lineman you like why not kick the rocks on it, you know? You could use a running back. I do think Junior Colson, our linebacker, might make it back into the first round. He'd be like a late first, early second. Blake will be a second round. Roman Wilson, the wide receiver, probably be a mid-second round pick. Like they're going to get drafted, but like it's just a lot of solid value. Like not first round value, but like 2 through 4 value. So, I mean, they'll get drafted. They'll probably set a record for most draft picks in a draft.
Well, what is the record?
I don't know. Probably Georgia or Ohio State has it, or Alabama or Ohio State probably has it. Let me see what old Miss Google has to say about that one.
I mean, I don't remember a time where somebody had 20 guys go to the draft.
I mean, I'd say like 20 guys like declared. I don't know. I think like.
Well, I know, but I mean you usually don't have a year where a whole team.
Yeah, some of those are seniors and stuff though too, to where like they didn't have a choice. Like I might as well throw my name in the draft.
Oh, so you're saying that there's some guys that are probably already like on the undrafted free agent list.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get like a crap. Like that's why I say like only 18 went to the combine, I believe. But like, yeah, there's guys that are in the draft that are seniors that are probably gonna be like phone call guys or camp guys. Record for most draft.
Like if you're like a walk on and like you just spend 4 years walking the sidelines and whatnot, do you like still throw your name in the draft just so you can say, yeah, I was in the NFL draft in 2025?
Probably. LSU and Ohio State have the record with each having 14 players drafted in 1 year.
Okay. So that's what you're shooting for.
Oh, no. It's Georgia, actually. Georgia. Sorry. That was very misleading, actually.
Was it the second year they won the national title?
Yeah, last year. Or like coming in, not last year, but the year before. Well, yeah, what was last year?
That'd be 23.
Oh, well, then the year before.
It was 22.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just going off of Google.
Oh, I figured it was one of those, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was in 22. They had 16.
It was 22 because didn't like their whole defense go to the draft that year?
Yeah. So you got JJ projected to be a first round pick. So we need 17 to break the record. And then we got defensive tackle is going to go Chris Jenkins, Roman Wilson, day 2, Mike Sancho, the cornerback that literally ate every pass that Ohio State quarterbacks threw. Just saying. We'll probably have a good 5 or 6 go Friday.
If you did it against Stroud, I'm impressed, but I ain't impressed with what anybody does against the court.
Well, I will say our guard, Zach Zinter, probably would have been a first-round pick if he didn't break his leg against Ohio State.
See, those are the kind of things I like.
Yeah.
Like, I think teams worry about that shit too much. So, like, I want the fucking Steelers to draft that guy in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Right.
Just get a fucking steal, you know? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You can draft a fucking healthy guy, and it probably ain't gonna work out either.
I definitely think he would have been a first round pick if he stayed healthy.
I remember when Pittsburgh did that 1 year. Now this is back a ways, probably might even be a decade ago. It was a guy from Georgia, and he like blew his knee up at the end of the year. He was like a defensive edge rusher guy.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh ended up he was like going to probably be the number 1 overall pick. And Pittsburgh ended up drafting him at like 19.
Well, that's like Nick Chubb falling though for the Browns. Like if Nick Chubb doesn't tear his knee up in college, he's probably a top 5 pick. And he falls to the Browns, and now he tears his knee up again. Some things don't change. Yeah. So maybe they'll look at your boy Corum. I can see that. It wouldn't be a bad move. It just depends on how early he wants to go. Because like I said, you've got I don't know the draft order for the second round, but if I'm just looking at teams who need picks, I don't know
what. A little different.
Yeah. And I know there's some teams like the Cowboys who need a running back. I'm sure the Bengals probably could use another running back.
Well, yeah, they definitely do.
So you've got teams like that. There's some teams that need a little bit of everything, so I don't know if they'll take a flyer on him. But
now we did discuss some possibilities of swapping some picks and moving up. Do you think we're going to see any, AJ Brown type trades? Like, are the Bengals going to unleash T. Higgins, or
you got Ayuk out in San Francisco who
but I still don't. I've never even got like any good sources like talking about nobody important ever talks about that.
It's like it's not that big of a deal.
Over, Steelers internet, fans pumping it up.
But he's never requested a trade yet, so
I don't hear people coming on Pat McAfee and saying that it's actually happening.
I think we're looking at probably 3 or 4 trades Thursday night. It just depends on which teams and if those teams have value in players that other teams would want. Like if I'm sitting there with Denver or the Giants or Minnesota, not many players I'm giving up to move up. It's got to be mostly draft picks. Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm a later team, maybe if I don't even know who down the bottom, would the Bengals, but what are you trading up from 18 to get? That you would have to give up a player.
I heard Florio talking about some scenario with Denver, and I forget what it was.
I've seen the one with Sutton, our first, and next year's first, maybe. Because remember, we don't have a second round pick this year. So,
well, I hope Steelers aren't involved in that. I don't want that bump.
You took Russell Wilson already. Why not?
Because we're paying him $1 million.
The Browns took what's his name off our hands?
So,
I mean,
Sutton and Wilson didn't work in Denver, where Peyton's 10 times more of an offensive coach than we got anywhere in our staff. Why would it work in Pittsburgh?
Exactly. That's why it's not. That's why Justin Fields is going to be your quarterback by week 4.
Just as many people talking up the Pittsburgh getting Sutton just as much as that Ayuk thing.
Yeah, there's no way we're trading Sutton just for a straight up pick or something like that. That's not happening. I don't see that happening at all. To where the only way Sutton's involved in a deal is if it's to trade up to get a quarterback. But even then, it doesn't make too much sense because then you're getting rid of 2 of your top 4 wide receivers to draft a rookie quarterback, basically. When you factor in what's his name, Jerry Jeudy being gone. So if you're going to draft a quarterback and then get rid of Sutton and Jeudy, that makes no sense.
Sounds like a move for the Browns.
It does, but they don't have a first-round draft pick, so we'll see them Friday. Maybe they can draft Spencer Ritter.
Will we? I don't even know if they have a second-round pick.
Who knows? There was one other thing like that I've kind of been kicking the rocks on. I know it's kind of a popular pick, so it really wasn't much of a mock thing, but the Jets taking Brock Bowers. I feel like if you're the Jets, you have to do that.
I mean, it's a good pick, but it kind of sucks because
why?
Well, what are the Jets going to be for the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I mean, you're not looking at it that way. You're looking at it this year. You're taking the best tight end of the past 2 years in college football and giving him to Aaron Rodgers. When was the last time we said the Aaron Rodgers has a first round wide receiver to throw to or target to throw to? It just doesn't happen. So I mean,
they ended up taking that guy in the second round, I think. Yeah, I mean, but hey, who knows? It's the Jets.
Yeah, I mean,
we might not even see Aaron Rodgers play for the Jets?
I mean, who knows? He might have some weird take on the election or something and just doesn't play this year.
What if he goes out there and gets hurt again?
If he gets hurt again, oh my gosh. I would consider moving to New York just to hear people complain about it every day.
Hey, and the Browns haven't batted much better with the Watson trade.
No, but at least it wasn't like Watson came in and got hurt play 2.
Yeah, but they've had him for like 8 games.
I know. It's not much better, yeah. But that's what I was saying with like Rodgers is like we haven't seen him with an elite first round wide receiver tight end talent or like offensive skill player talent.
Well, I tell you, if they got Bowers with Wilson,
yeah, it could be a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you can go offensive. You can go offensive tackle here with the kid from Penn State too, but I just think you are all in on putting points on the board. So go.
Yeah, but they also gotta keep Rodgers off of his back. And
they do.
The line sucked last year, and I don't think it's gotten any better.
Well, that's on them then. Like, you have to go get someone at that point. Like, you can't rely on, like, drafting first-round offensive tackles to come in and protect, like, a $50 million quarterback.
A quarterback that might only be there for 2 years.
Right.
Like, you don't have no time to develop them either.
No, I'm going to go sign someone who's at least played in the league for a little bit. Let me go draft a wide receiver or tight end and hope that, like, it works out good. I mean, there's still hypotheticals to where Neighbor could fall down there, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Because if you're talking about Minnesota drafting a quarterback, Denver drafting a quarterback, you know, there's still the Jets are at 10 right now. So there's no reason why you couldn't go get Malik Neighbors if he falls. So they should have a pretty good pick of offensive players they want to go with. The only lineman I can see going off the board early before that is Joe Alt to Tennessee, which is what I have. Atlanta's going to go defense. Chicago might go defense. That's kind of a hit or miss. And then you have the Jets, so why not? Oh, if you put Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson together,
I mean that's not bad.
That'd be nasty. There's probably some tight end, like there's a Michigan tight end you could probably get day 2 or 3. Probably 3rd round pick. It's not a bad deal, man. Who else was I looking at? Where are we at on time on this episode? We're getting close to time.
Oh, one thing I did want to say about whoever does, I think that Minnesota has the upper hand on moving up to get quarterback.
They definitely do.
Because they got that. They have that other first round pick.
Well, and they're already ahead of Denver. So no matter what happens, Denver would.
I'm just saying that somebody would love to get another first round pick in this draft.
I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. There's going to be a team down at the bottom that absolutely, or not even at the bottom, but like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It'll be interesting. That's for sure. I think there's a lot, like I said, 3 or 4 trades easily for me on Thursday night. I think like it's going to be a domino effect. Like one trade entices another trade, and that'll entice another trade, and then someone's going to trade back into the first round at some point. It always happens. Like someone always trades back into like the 25 through 32 range because someone's going to fall. It happens every year. So who knows? We'll see what happens with it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I know I need to get my new Broncos jersey with JJ on it. So what did you think about the jerseys?
Those jerseys suck.
They're not bad. They didn't wow me, that's for sure, but they're modern. Like, they didn't wow me.
Then that other picture you showed me with the 90s uniforms, are they going to wear those this year?
Yes, those are the official alternates this year, the throwbacks.
They should have went with those.
My theory is they had to go modern.
Like a top 5 jersey all time.
Yeah, I think they couldn't go with them full time because then it takes away from the nostalgia of when they were popular. So you want to tease them and bring the hype up, but they were never going to go with them full time because then it's like, oh, we're not doing modern things. We're just recycling the past. So I get it. It's all right. There's some cool features with the new ones. The blue ones don't excite me that much. They look cool with the blue pants, but they're all right. It's whatever. The white and orange are good.
Listen, if you can't
look good,
you might as well look good.
Yeah, shut up. They'll grow. They'll grow on people. I mean, there's some cool features with it, with like the altitude on the helmet. I do like the white helmets. I'm big on the white helmet one. That was
I'm
nice.
not.
Really?
I don't like the white helmet.
I think it's all right. I mean, I do like getting away from the glossy blue helmet and going with like a matte look. I think that was a strong upgrade too. But yeah, the throwbacks are going to do numbers. And I'm just going to sit here, put on my OLED one, and be like, oh, look, I already got one. I just want to buy the socks. Let me know where I can get the socks at. And we're good to go. So,
do they sell the socks?
No, but I wish they would.
Wonder why they don't.
I know. Because I feel like a lot of teams have such basic socks. Like, you have to go back into like the throwbacks to find the good socks.
You know what? But I'm not saying that every team, but like if I'm like a team that's got a good sock,
why not?
Throw it on the team website.
Why not? I'll rock it with my orange Elway jersey. Like, that's a great throwback outfit. Why not? I am excited. Got the little D helmet back in business. I'm excited about this colorway.
Blue,
like, it's a solid colorway.
Blue that they had, I thought the color blue that they had was sweet as fuck.
Yeah, I'm holding the old school helmet right now that they're going to go back to. The orange is a little bit brighter on it, but it's going to be solid. That's for sure. So,
well, thank God the NFL finally stopped trying to fake like they cared about concussions and is going to allow teams to wear different helmets.
Well, the helmets are still the same. They're just different colors. Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, or maybe it's been 10 years ago, they made a rule where you could only wear one helmet the whole season.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Now it's what, 3? You can wear 3 different helmets in a season?
You're right.
Okay. The Texans just released new uniforms today, too. They're not bad. They're all right.
I didn't see those.
They got some red ones that are pretty cool. There's I
was going to say, are they going to go more to the reds? Because I like this.
They've got this red alternate one that kind of has like horns on the side. Yeah, I believe so. Then they've got this blue helmet, like this dark blue outfit that's like a dark blue jersey and a dark blue helmet with like the old like baby blue Houston Rockets color. Like that's the color of the H on the helmet. I'm gonna send you a picture of it when we get off the phone here. But yeah, the helmets are nasty. I'll say that. But yeah, it's like an H with like the baby. It's a dark blue helmet with the H on the side of it, and the H is like the old like Houston Rockets baby blue.
I think they're trying to troll the Titans.
I mean, they very well could be, honestly. I didn't think about it that way. I didn't think about that till you said it.
No, because the Titans wore the Oiler jersey.
Right.
In Houston.
Right. Dang. I didn't think about that. But like that was like the Titans thing was like that dark blue too with the baby blue and the red. Dang, I didn't think about that. All right.
I think we got a jersey war on our hands, folks.
I'm down with it. We got 17 fucking rap bat wars going on right now. And we're gonna have to look at Eminem's ugly ass on the TV tomorrow night or Thursday night. So
what?
You haven't seen him in all the promos?
No.
Him and Dickface Goodell sitting there like talking up promos for the draft. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Where do these been on?
TV.
I know, but I watched ESPN all weekend and I didn't see none of this.
It might be on the NFL Network then. Or that's going to come out tomorrow or Thursday.
Speaking of uniforms.
What?
Detroit.
Oh, nasty as fuck.
Back to the Blacks.
Nasty.
And did I see they got an all blue helmet?
Yes.
It's
nasty.
Those are sweet.
It's the blue helmet with the black jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I guess that was a deal that Dan Campbell made.
He did when they won the playoffs or won the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to send you these Houston Texans jerseys right now. Oh my gosh. Literally, I hate when I go to click on something and like ESPN notification drops down.
Well, that's why you don't have notifications.
No, you need notifications. Hold on.
I don't. I just know.
I'm about to send you the black jerseys right now. While we're on the phone, at least.
What black jerseys?
The Houston Texans alternate with like the black. Well, I guess they are black. I thought they were navy blue, but they're like black with the navy blue or the light blue H. But yeah, I believe they are. I believe they are black.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely.
Those are nice. Those are nice. With like the blue outline of the Texan on the sleeves.
Yes, I think this is definitely a troll at the Titans.
But even these red ones with the all right, I'm gonna have to send you these two.
Are they doing this stupid H on all of their helmets?
No. I'm about to
Okay,
I just sent you the red ones. The red ones have like the horn on the side of them. And then the other ones are normal. Normal logos just in dark blue and white.
I didn't get the other ones.
I just sent it to you. Well, I only sent you the red one. The other ones are pretty basic. Did you get the red one?
No.
I just sent it to you. Whatever.
Sent it to somebody else.
No, I just checked that it sent to Andy.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Here it is.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that's dumb.
Really? I kind of like it.
No, they should keep that Texans logo.
I think they had to change it up.
This looks like the UFL helmet.
I wouldn't go that far, but
these numbers suck. I tell you, they really want everything.
Everyone's got to try. We're gonna get out of here.
The only good thing I like about Pittsburgh is they don't want to change their shit.
They never will.
Because honestly, this is just to make money.
Oh, 100%. All right, we're going to get out of here on that note. Draft on Thursday. We'll be back on Monday to talk about it. Talk about the Cavs about to be a sweep. Lakers about to get swept. LeBron's going to go back to Cleveland. We'll be here for it all. We're coming back with it all. Guardians are going to sweep the Braves this weekend. We're going to go with that.
That's right.
We out.